Welcome back, guys. Another Q&A video for you, and this one is on GSPro putting practice. Hopefully it helps a lot of people out there. This is from a comment on my GSPro putting demo, GSPro putting guide video. This one is from Matilda. Thank you so much for the video. Is there a way to configure all greens and putts to be straight with no break? I know this is not realistic, but the objective is to practice aiming and consistency in the putt swing, taking away the break element. A putting challenge session with all straight putts would be a very useful feature. Once you're consistent with the aiming, distance, and swing, then it is left to the line break and green reading as a variable. Great question. How can you practice putting on GSPro without worrying about reading greens? There's a couple ways to do this, and I'm going to show you both. All right, so the first thing we can do is go and set up our match settings in a specific way. So I'm going to go into local match. I'm going to go pick a course and hit play. And if we go into match settings down here at the bottom in scoring and assistance, there's some things that we have to work with putting. The one thing that would really answer this question is turning on putting auto aim. So if I just check that box right there, what that's going to do is have GSPro aim your putts for you. And whenever you get on the green, it's going to show you a line that is exactly where it's aimed to get it in the hole. So you're pre-aimed. You don't have to worry about reading the green. You just have to hit a straight putt with the right speed and the ball will go in. That is really essentially the best answer to your question, Matilda. You can just turn this on and not worry about aiming. Just hit a good putt and it will go in. You can do that on your rounds. But since we're talking about putting settings, there are a couple things I should point out. Putting assistance. I leave this on all the time. Pretty much the majority of players are going to leave putting assistance turned on. What this is essentially to smooth out some putts that may be off from your launch monitor. There's a bunch of different launch monitors that are available to use with it. Not all of them are perfect for putting. And so what this does is it kind of gives you forgiveness. I know that's a term for another setting we're about to talk about, but it gives you forgiveness within like 2 degrees on shorter putts. So it allows you to make more putts. So in other words, if you hit your putt 1 degree left, it'll smooth that out and it'll make it like 0.3 degrees left. As long as the putt is like, it's a shorter putt. I don't remember what the distance is, but let's say it's within 10 feet. It'll smooth that out because a lot of launch monitors just aren't that precise with putting direction. Pretty much everybody leaves putting assistance on to smooth out those shorter putts and have them makeable. Now, the other one here is putting forgiveness. You can choose easy, normal, hard. This is, again, how forgiving the hole is. So if you put it on hard, you're gonna have more lip outs. You're gonna need to hit more of a perfect putt to have that ball fall in the hole. If you don't have the speed quite right, you're gonna make more putts if it's on easy. I always leave this on normal. The break line indicator, that is really, if you've ever seen that red aiming stick whenever you're on a green, at the bottom of it there'll be a little line and that shows you which direction the break is whenever you're dragging that stick around on the green. You can leave that on in the simulator golf tour. That is turned off, so you can't use that. I don't really pay much attention to it anyways. But the main thing here to answer Matilda's question is turning on auto aim right here in the match settings. She also asked about the putting practice session, how you can go about having a whole bunch of straight putts in a practice session. There's a specific course that I like to do this with, and I've used it in a bunch of different videos, but I'm gonna go into on-course practice and use this. And the course is called Galactic Practice Green by TechBud. And that's exactly what this is. So here it is. Every putt is straight and every hole is a longer putt. So we're starting out at 5 feet. If we go to the next hole, we're at almost 10 feet. Hole number 3, almost 15 feet. Hole number 4, 20 feet, and so on. You could play it as a local match and kind of try to beat your best score over and over again. But that's exactly what this is. If you just want straight putts at different distances, you can go here to the Galactic Practice Green, which is a great way to practice putting. Additionally, you could come in here and if you're specifically doing a practice session for putting, in your round settings here, go into scoring and assistance, and we could turn off, actually, it's already off, putting assistance. And we could turn putting forgiveness to hard or whatever. But maybe TechBud is able to set this putting assistance to off because I don't know if I did that myself or not. But anyways, that's it. So the answers to the question are putting auto aim in the settings, and download Galactic Practice Putting by TechBud, and you will have great putting practice available to you in GSPro. Hope that helps. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are there any other ways you like to practice putting in GSPro? Share them down below. And if you have any other questions, leave them down there and maybe I'll pick one for a future Q&A video. Again, hope it helped, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.